Welcome, Life Path 7, to your reading for February 2022. I'm so honored to read for you. If you'd like a personal reading, you can check below on my Etsy store, as well as if you would also like an energy healing, send me a message or go to Monversation, monversation.com/work with me. Alrighty, so without further ado, I'm going to get into your reading for Life Path 7. And I'm just feeling wolf instinct. Okay, so some of you have been, and not only in this, some of you have been also a lone wolf, like you're going through your dark night of the soul and you want to just, you've been alone and you're not really seeking for company. But some of you have, it's like you may be in a relationship that you have been considering that you want to leave and you're not sure if it's the right decision. And the divine is calling you to also trust your intuition, that maybe the whatever you had was just not aligned. And the tree, which basically means that you've been feeling ungrounded and you need to somehow find a way to create balance. And fairy, earth magic, fairies comes up. And to me, this means that fairies are considered mystical animals. So it's like somehow you've lost your imagination and you've lost your will to imagine a better life without either the partner or with whatever heaviness that you're carrying, that you're so used to being in a sense of lack, in a sense of disappointment, in a sense of not being valued, that you've lost, not really necessarily lost value in yourself, but you're being treated in a way that's not quite the way that anyone should be treated. Because the thing, what people think is that when they're in a partnership or when they're with someone, I'm sorry, this is only about relationship, but that's what I'm getting the download for. They feel that that is the one, when actually we shift. We shift in energies, we shift in our knowledge, and sometimes people are just there supposed to be for cycles. And don't be with someone just to be with someone. Be with someone because you feel safe. And for some people, especially for those people who've come from abusive backgrounds, safe maybe you were physically abused. And then now you're at a place where you're mentally abused and you're thinking, well, at least I'm not getting beat up, I'm okay. And maybe you have someone who doesn't even make an effort to date you, even when you're in a relationship, and just assumes. And who doesn't, who thinks that getting you, because they say it's the small things, but to the point where you've accepted the bare minimum, not even the bare minimum, you've accepted breadcrumbs to the point of you're like, at least they're doing something. So this is for you. The reason why it's upside down is that you need to tap into your imagination and remember what you wanted to have and felt like and dreamt of. And if you're not feeling satisfied right now, be it in your job and be it in your life, then you need to go and find out where that came from. Because in the end, if you're not going to look into it, it's going to burst and you will be forced to look at it and it's not going to be a nice ride. So volatility, as you can see, there's a lot of lava, it's popping off. So this is basically, be mindful, so that if you're gonna be, oh yeah, that makes sense, okay, because you guys got an extra card too. So basically it basically means that if you're able to go through this, and this, like for example, this wasn't upside down, then you could get to harmony and calm. But if you're not going to go through this, like go through and really look at what it is that you want, then this is going to be your outcome. Okay, that sometimes when the cards come off, I'm usually puzzled as to why there's an extra card. For some people, that was just confirming the whole message, but for you guys, it's just confirming that a different outcome can exist if you do the work. So that is your reading. And then This card has been coming out a lot, and it's Numite. I think I've seen it already 3 times in this reading, and I think it's something that I also picked out for the monthly reading as well for February. I'm not really sure. Anyway, Numite strength. I'm strong in mind, body, and spirit. So basically, the divine is reminding you that you're strong enough to be without this person, you're strong enough to be without this job, and that you're very resourceful and you're able to make a way on your own without pain, and that harmony is something that you should normalize instead of chaos, because you've been used to a lot of chaos. And Scholar's side, oh my gosh, peace. I am an instrument of peace. Wow. This is a profound message because it just confirms everything that I said before. Choose peace over everything, peace above everything. Don't go to bed at night wishing and thinking that things should be different, because if the other person is not making an effort to make things different, then what are you doing? Do you want to live the rest of your life unhappy and accept breadcrumbs on the bare minimum, or do you want to be loved and respected and nourished and appreciated? And I'm feeling like none of you feel appreciated, and it's time to move or align yourself to someone who will appreciate you. Sorry, that it was basically a relationship reading for most of you, life path 7s, but you can, if it doesn't resonate with you, you can always check the other life path numbers, because we have all these elements, whether it's on our birth date, whether you have, like, for example, a 17, 1, 7, that energy, or you're born on the 7th month of the year, not necessarily, or if you have a 7 anywhere in your birth date. But anyway, I wish you all the best, and if you enjoyed this reading, you can always leave me a cuppa, buy me dinner or something of the sort, or just connect with me, and I wish you the best. So I'm gonna move on to life path 8. Take care. Welcome, life path 8, to your reading, and I thank you so much for rocking with me. I just wanted to let you know that you can find me on TikTok now, and I'll be doing weekly readings for all the life path numbers. Just picking a card and an affirmation just to get you through the weeks as they go by. And some of them will be available as shorts too. If you'd like a personal reading, I do this as well. However, I also do numerology, like the real numerology readings, but I focus more on karma. So if you're into that, check my Etsy shop and I will definitely hook you up. Another thing is, yeah, if you have some blocks that you need to release, whether it's inner child healing, or you've been feeling anxious, or you've been feeling afraid, I will be working with people through energy healing, but you can find it on my other thingy, which is monversation.com/work-with-me, which hopefully will be in the screen. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to get into your reading. So life path 8, you know this is February, and it's an auspicious month for you because, you know, we're in the cycle of 6. When it comes to numerology, 2022 is a 6. And we're in February, so 8. So this month is going to be amplified for you, especially when it comes to money. So if you've had money blocks or you've had situations with money, this is time for you to transform your mindset on money and move into abundance. Transformation. The fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. So basically, what's happening with you guys, life path 8, is that not only have you been shedding a lot of things from the past, but you're also moving forward to see what it is that you need in order to move forward. Is it moving to a new location? Is it more finances? Is it sometimes, you know, In life we can meet, sometimes in life we can meet a partner who can assist us in completing the mission. So this is about you learning to surrender to love, learning to surrender to help, learning to surrender to new things. And the second card is Shine From Within. Looks are only skin deep, true beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. For revealing your true beauty. So some of you have not had it easy, and you have lived in fear. Maybe you were bullied as when you were younger, and you've had this fear of being seen. You've had this fear of being seen, and it's not your fault. Maybe you had a critical parent where everything that you did was not enough, and then you decided that, okay, whatever, you know, if they're not gonna support me, then what's the point in trying? But what you don't realize is that the reason why you had that critical parent or someone in your life who keeps criticizing you is you were supposed to have that push, not to prove them wrong, but to prove to yourself that despite these people not believing in you, that you got this and you can do it. And inner child, the fairies of playfulness, trying to zoom in, come on. Yes, the fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps you young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. So this is basically for all of you life path 8. This is basically for you, all of you on life path 8, is to look into your inner child. Not only the good parts, but also look in the places where you're hurt. And some of you have been having memories from your childhood come up, and you've been wondering why. You thought that you're over it. So a method that I always tell people to do is, maybe if you don't know how to deal with it, write that inner child a letter and just tell them how you're doing, and how things are, and just let them know that whatever happened in the past is not their fault. So whatever happened in the past is not their fault, because at that time as a child you did not have the tools to deal with how certain things were, so you were not in control. And the last card is Magical Gateway. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. So your overall message has been, be bold, be seen, do not fear, do not falter. You got this because you're divinely supported. And I think that is basically the last card, but you guys got a bonus, which I feel like this group has gotten many bonuses. So what you got is Moon Energy. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. So for all of you who are wondering how, when, what, this is just a confirmation that just do something little every day and don't feel overwhelmed, because at the end of the day, you know, people have a list of things to do. Like when you're setting your intentions or your goals, I prefer to call them intentions, because when I notice if I put them as intentions, I'm more likely to complete them than if I put goals. So that's a tip for you guys as well. So this is basically like, do one thing a day, or one thing a month. Instead of having like a list of 10 things to do, do what you can, because we live in a world where we also have other things that we're doing in our lives, and we just need to be consistent and be not necessarily sacrifice, but let go of things that you know will not move you forward in some of the things that you want to do. So let those things go so that you can allow. And that is it. Thank you very much. If you like this reading and it resonated with you, you can leave me a cuppa. And before I go, you guys got 2 affirmations. So selenite, spiritual awakening. I'm a spiritual warrior of the light. So this is just a confirmation that you are not only a divine being. It just means that whatever it is that you create and whatever it is that you're afraid of will definitely help a lot of people. hidden item, which I find really ironic. I am grateful, and this loving energy fills every single cell of my being, which is basically in line with abundance. If you want abundance, life path 8, you are those people who have a lot of abundance. So this is basically saying that you can tap into it through gratitude, and remember the gratitude of the things that you've gone through that brought you where you are today. And that is it for your reading life path 8, and I am going to go to life path 9. So I will see you in the next video. Take care. Okay, welcome life path 9. Thank you for joining me in this video. If you'd like a reading, you know, you can go to your you know that you can find the links below on how to book a reading with me, and I can do a numerology reading as well. This is just me just picking cards just to check the energy. Anyway, so without further ado, we're just going to get into your reading. So the first card that came out, of course, I've prayed over these cards before I pull them out. So Earth Pulsing, Pulse of the Mother, Slow Down, Time in Nature. So this is about you. You've been doing a lot lately and you haven't really had time for rest. I don't know why this feels like deja vu reading this, but I think it's because I pulled this card out for this month, or was it last month? But anyway, so life path 9, you are almost at the point of burnout because you've just been everywhere. So it's about you spending more time outside and honoring your body and your spirit. And the other one is called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. Some of you have not been comfortable in your healing journey and you just abruptly stopped it, and it hasn't helped you because there's certain aspects of your life that have moved forward, but then the most important things, for example, the relationships between you and your loved ones, or you and a potential lover, is not working out because you're not healing aspects and you keep attracting certain people into your life that tend to use you. And of course people use that. Of course, people use us without permission, even if it's unknowingly, and that's that is a pattern that has seeped over from childhood, and it's time for you to let it go. I am sorry is defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting. So this is basically you seeing, forgiving yourself for the decisions that you made in the past, especially overextending yourself, especially accepting abuse, or also being the abuser because of your own feelings, be it jealousy, be it anger, be it sadness that caused, or grief that caused you to do something that was very that was actually out of alignment for you and your soul purpose, and you are carrying this guilt. But the divine is just telling you that you need to learn to forgive yourself before you even ask others for forgiveness. And sometimes we will never ask other people for forgiveness because we feel embarrassed, and some people may just cut us off, and we have to live with that. And then the last card that came out for you is Water Your Garden, Nourishment, Body Care, Tenderness, and Rest. So rest is very important for you at this point because your manifestations are coming in, but most importantly, because you are a 9 number and because you do not nurture other people, so it's time to give back to yourself. So basically this reading is about giving back to yourself. And I also have affirmations for you, and the first one is Rose Quartz. Self-love. I approve of myself and love myself deeply and completely. So this is about you also setting boundaries to remember that you come first, and that you are worthy. And the next one is Chrysotile, Power Animal. My power animal supports, guides, and loves me throughout my life. So this is about you remembering your strength as not only as a spiritual being. Maybe there's an animal that you like, so maybe when you see that, go and find out, is there an animal that you're thinking about? Go find out what power animal is, and take what resonates with you when it comes to that. And the last card that I have for you is Red Tourmaline, Passion. I'm the embodiment of passion. So some of you are highly creative, and this is about an highly creative, highly loving, highly nurturing. So this is just a confirmation that you are on the right path, but you also have to have, as much as you have passion for others, you need to also bring back that passion to yourself so that you're able to flourish and become the person that you need to be. And that is the reading for Life Path 9, and I thank you so much for joining me. If you would like to buy me a cuppa or dinner, there's a link below. But otherwise, I will see you either on TikTok or on the shorts. I'm picking a card each week, and I wish you the best this month. And like my friend says, manifest the very best. Although that's not my tagline, but I think for you guys, it is very important, because actually for you, for Life Path 9, next month will be very auspicious for you. Very, very auspicious. So have a great rest of February, and we'll catch up soon.